G'day, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. My name is Chief Dog 74, and let's get into this one then. So we're going into a enlisted video where it is incredibly close one. Very hard fought victory on the Japanese side of things as we head to Gather 2 Airfield, I think that is. South Destruction is the game mode, and you can see all of the squads that I have available to me. I've got a mortar squad, a rifleman squad, a assault squad, and a tank squad. And starting off, we're going to use the assault squad. A little bit of context behind this game then. So I was about to go away on a trip. I had about 30-ish minutes before I needed to get going, and I had some boosters left, so I decided let's go in and just have a go at this, and ended up having one of the best games ever in terms of entertainment, at least. I didn't perform the best, but already you can see straight off the bat we're being hammered by a tank, and so we have to go through this little section here that's been blown up and allow us to sneak through the fire and around to check out what's going on. The rest of our squad has died because they're all AI controlled, yeah, able to spot the tank, chuck a grenade at it. Not really going to do much, but we do still chuck the grenade anyway just to make sure. And then moving forward here with my anti-tank like stick thing, I forgot what it's called. Wasn't quite able to get to the tank in order to run into it and explode it, but instead we go again and respawn using the mortar squad this time, heading up onto the roof here, looking into the objective. Can't really see anyone, so instead we're going to have a look to the right and look over to find a squad shooting over that way. So now we use a replay camera to get their perspective, as you can see me firing from the roof. This American squad over here just kind of chilling out, taking the fire. I think most of them obviously AI controlled, and so the human isn't controlling these dudes, and instead they're quite easy pickings for me to just pick off from the rooftop, sniping a few of them. And now all that's left is, I believe that's the radio operator, as he's calling in some artillery. I feel like now this is controlled by the human player, hence why I missed a couple of my shots before finally able to take him out. And so now we can cut back to my POV on top of the roof here, just reloading, potentially looking at some enemies over that way just to double check, and just to make sure that they are gone for, we're going to be using some mortar shells to send some artillery shells against them, hopefully striking the target, but more as covering fire just to try and stop them from coming towards us, and then trying to pick some off, but ended up getting picked off ourselves. Only one person left in the squad, able to jump away, as we see our team has now planted the first bomb, or the destruction of this equipment set. An American tried to stop it but wasn't able to, and so the sector explodes and we continue to press on forward now towards the second sector. All 1,000 reinforcements gained because of how quickly we were able to destroy the equipment. Spot some enemies through here, going to chuck a Molotov in, and now looking at the replay camera again, you can see there are a couple of Americans in this little hut thing, this hallway. Both either side. I feel like both of them again controlled by AI. You can see me down the hallway. Now rushing forward, realizing there's two, shoot one, shoot the other, go through the past the tables here, past the fire, just checking out the window to make sure there is nobody else following me before progressing into the next area. Again, checking out the window again, and then again looking outside into here, cutting back to our POV. You can see I do dome someone from very far away, and then start to lay some shots over that way. Again, get someone knocked down. Not quite able to finish him before we start to get hit ourselves, so we deploy the medkit and now have a look at going forward a little bit here. Again, trying to apply some shots on, eventually get one a long range headshot killed, bringing this guy up to 4 kills. Another guy in our squad was up to 5 before he died. And so now we again look forward, shooting at the enemy far away, able to get a long range kill again, but then progressing forward a little bit here, we can see that the next bomb, or the next set of equipment, is about to be exploded over this way, and so that'll be another one down. Only one left in the sector now, and we have quite a few reinforcements to charge at it, as in a second here it's about to implode. There it goes, we exploded the bomb, and so well, also our character dies, and here is how he dies. We were looking around in this main hangar, trying to take some shots off against some enemies, but yeah, couldn't find anyone, and instead found a barrel full of auto machine gun to our face. And so now we have a look at using our rifleman, progressing forward a little bit here, but as soon as we spawn in, we're going to get shot at by a tank as he tries to destroy our respawn point. You can see from the tank's POV, he is looking straight at us and firing some machine gun shells as well. Able to kill all of my soldiers in one go, so now I'm the last guy left, but I am the anti-tank guy, so we're going to see if I can pile on some pressure against him as I get into position here with my anti-tank gun, firing at him. But unfortunately my anti-tank gun, either due to being far away or this American tank's HP is too great, probably the latter, and I'm unable to get the kill on him, so instead trying to apply some shots with the rifle and then pushing forward again, trying to shoot with the anti-tank gun, but either bullets not connecting or just not going all the way through, so we have to progress forward. Again, looking at the tank, you can see none of my shots getting through the tank. Tank's armor is still holding strong, and so instead he is going to rain some terror, as there's also a few other bombs as well. A plane crashing into a hangar there as well, that was kind of funny. And then yeah, pushing forward here, looking to try and hit the tank again if I could, because I thought maybe now I'm a bit closer I could be able to get him, but instead I get domed and sent back to the respawn screen, in which I will respawn with a tank squad. And this is in the replay camera so that we get the third person POV of tanks, because in this game they're all close up ones, as you can see now, piling on the pressure against this tank crew that decided to hop out. You can see this is what their POV was. This was the tank from before that we were trying to shoot at but weren't able to destroy. He decides to abandon all of his crew out from the tank, and then out come I and blow up a lot of his dudes, finish off one of them with the machine gun, and so there is only one left now carrying behind the tank. I decide to shoot some shots at the empty tank just to make sure that he can't actually get in and try and use it again. But as you can see, he's lying down in the grass here waiting for me to come around. He's got a bomb in his hand, he's going to chuck it at my tank. Explodes the engine, the vehicle is now on fire. I try to get out if I can, but he hops on top of the tank, kills my commander. But eventually we are going to exit out, go into first person and get the submachine gun kill to completely kill off his tank, but I didn't spot this guy in the field, and then I get domed from somewhere else. And so that is the tank for the Japanese, my side, already gone. And we have to now respawn with a different squad, this time being the assault squad. Spawn quite far up with one of the rally points, and then I spot an American there just hiding behind the sandbag, so we decide to destroy him and progress forward a little bit further, looking to try and get into the arena, but instead we are killed before we get in. And now hopping in, looking at the bomb that's not planted, gonna pick off one guy, look to pick off another as well, who's hiding behind a plane. We do just about get him in between the gap, but then we get attacked a little bit. Try and use the guy for medkit, and then end up dying by a grenade that was chucked into our little building that we were in inside the main hangar. Now progressing forward though, almost 10 minutes into this fight, and we are yeah, we were very close to running into that plane there, as we're going to progress onto some American soldiers, baton one of them, try and get close to the other, but the AI able to kill me, and then I switch to one of my other soldiers and head around the corner to kill him. Now I see a guy in the top of the hangar, and so I try to snipe him out. Just about successful as we cut to his POV, and I'll look down onto where I am and the rest of my squad is. As I instruct them to push up, they eventually start to follow me across the battlefield so that we can hide behind the hangar walls here, and then we lay in a bunch of fire, chuck in a bomb as well, just to hopefully get some kills. It does get a little bit of damage, but not quite a kill, and so we chuck another Molotov in. One of my guys rather foolishly decides to go around the out of cover, but we do end up saving him by killing a few of these guys. Again, picking off a few of them while they've built a machine gun, and so now the machine gun is looking directly at where we are, and as you can see, he starts firing, and I chuck a grenade round, but he's just able to nick me before I'm able to get back into cover. So we once again have to wait as the machine gun fires on. We're able to kill a soldier that was progressing a bit too quickly towards us, and also try and shoot at this little engineer dude who's built the machine gun. I see a tank, tried to destroy it with my tank destroyer gun, but in the end we're going to get shot from behind and killed because I was not paying attention to there, and we didn't really do all that much damage on the tank. So instead we're going to switch to the mortar squad and spawn a little bit further back here. Try and get through the barbed wire, which has taken some damage on ourselves, so not amazing placement, but there you go. That's where the team decided to place it, and now we can see the allied soldier planting the bomb here. Just under half of our reinforcements left on this sector, so we've definitely used up quite a few of them while waiting to get in here, but eventually this soldier is going to be able to plant the bomb in this sector, and so we are all clear to fire some mortar strikes towards where the bomb is, just trying to kill any of them outside the hangar that we were just at before in the previous life, and also hopefully getting a few kills along the way. Nothing really hits though, so we push forward a bit further, realise there's a tank, and decide to use the mortar to fire a few shells towards the tank, one of which does actually successfully connect and takes out their drive shaft, I believe that is, so they can't drive forward anymore. They're now stuck here. You can see how the tank is taking some damage along the way and destroying some parts of it, but as you can see, the bomb that we planted at 400 reinforcements left, the enemy has decided to run in and is disabling it, and despite having quite a few soldiers around towards the right, we're not able to capture this guy and stop him before he disarms our bomb. So that is the bomb gone, and now our hard work that needs to be redone in order to progress on to the last sector. So not great from us here, as again, firing with the artillery, we do get a few more hits here, but we're running out of explosive shells. Soon we're just going to have the smoke rounds, so decide to push up a little bit and randomly just melee there and then go in for another mortar. One of our previous mortars does hit and does cause some casualties, it would seem, so that's great for us, but one of our squad members has died, another one very close to death. And so we switch to another member of the squad to try and push forward a little bit here to try and take out some of these guys. Miss the man in the hut all the way over that way, so we try and fire some pop shots off towards him, but unable to kill him in the end. And instead we push forward into the hangar, trying to pick off a few enemies before they walk in. Pretty bad aim at the moment, but eventually we do get 1-2 kills. Look to try and get a few more, but run in and forget about the left side, and there's some guys on top of the Raptures there on the left side in the hangar. However, the bomb is being planted at the moment. Meanwhile, we are in a tank trying to destroy some of the other enemy tanks around the outside here. Eventually we do spot an American tank all the way down long range, and so Once I spot him, I send a shell his way, and send a few shells his way. As you'll see in a second here, when we go to first person camera, you'll see that we are not really getting any casualties. We're kind of just hitting his main plates. Nothing really being able to penetrate, which is just classic for the Japanese tanks, really. And instead we get destroyed by the American tank all the way over there. Instead, try and exit the vehicle, unable to do so in time, and so it is back to the respawn screen for us. And so now we decide to deploy ourselves with the assault squad, move in a little bit more now that the bomb is planted, but only 163 reinforcements make that 150, and so now we need to make a bit of a hero play, and so we charge into the hangar, kill this guy with a machine gun, head over to here, try and take out a few of them before they are able to get through into here, kill a couple of them. There is a few still left over there, so we lay down some more fire, as you'll see, take out a few more, go around this corner, find another American, destroy him with our submachine gun, before now clambering up the stairway and ready to do some more cover fire, as we'll once again switch to first person, pushing through again. We've got the bomb basically ready to be blown up, but just waiting for it to tick down, and so instead we're going to lay some covering fire, trying to shoot around the A6M0s that are in the hangar, trying to lay some fire against some of these enemies that are coming across the opening in the hangar. But unfortunately we spot there's loads of dudes down here, we take out one of them but forget that there's a flamethrower right next to us, and then I try and go around the corner. We are able to kill the flamethrower guy, but his flames end up burning us after he is dead, and so now we have to once again switch to a different group. But as you can see, while I was dead there, the bomb did blow up. 97 reinforcements were left for us, 83 make that, as eventually the bomb does blow up. There we go, blown up, and now we have 333 reinforcements and 2 bombs left to go in the final sector. So already at this point I was pretty adamant that we weren't going to be able to do the victory. I thought, okay, well I guess this is kind of okay for me because I need to get going fairly soon. So I was, yeah, almost defeated, but we do march on, and now we have to progress forward into the battle fray once again. There is our mortar squad, and as we cut to the first person view, you can see we've got quite a trek ahead of us to get to the next 2 bombs in the last sector. So pushing forward, we go to the first bomb, the closest bomb to us, around these oil drums in this watchtower and these few barracks, sort of hut areas. And I decide that while there's a squad already in here, I'm going to be the hero and try and plant the bomb once I figured out how to plant the bomb, because I didn't know how to plant the bomb. But yes, eventually we do start to plant it. And as you can see though, there is a plane in the sky, an American plane, and it's going to fire some rockets down on towards where we're at, and they land right next to us, killing us through the wall and through the windows, and so that takes us out, and we have to use one of our other soldiers to finish off the plant. Meanwhile, the plane wraps around, almost ready to go in for more gunfire, but we do get the plant off, and so we can now move forward into defending it from any attackers that are trying to charge towards us. Yeah, kind of sit and wait. We do see one soldier, unable to kill him, so we have to switch the other guy in our squad. More artillery shells raining down on us, and missiles as well probably, as eventually we see some dudes get sniped out though, so there's only one person left in our squad, but it will not matter because the bomb next to us is about to be destroyed. With 171 reinforcements remaining, make that 158 now. The bomb is exploded and there's only one left for us to take out. As you can see by the oil drums being shot at by tanks and also by enemies. And so I decided to make a bit of a hero play, jump towards the tank, chuck a bomb right next to it, a TNT charge, blow it up, and well, it does kill me, but it also kills the entire tank as well. So a good trade, I would say. Kind of a bit of a kamikaze, but on the ground there as we move into the final respawn for me and push forward towards the last objective. Our team has already started to try and plant it. As you can see, it is currently occupied by a medic squad, which eventually are shooting and killing one of my own. And so while I've charged off with one guy, I now decide to try and wrap around to over here to deploy a rally point. Eventually able to put it down, but it was a bit finicky with all of my other soldiers, and so eventually able to build it. And then going at 2 times speed there, you can see I build it, and hopefully this helps some of our other troops. But we're down to 71 people, and the bomb is nearly planted, but we have to try and rush over through some water, pointing for my teammates in my squad to run forward. But I was not aware of the enemy American in this little barracks hut thing. So as I come up the beach, I get taken out. We switch to another soldier, able to take him out, chuck a Molotov in just in case there's any extras. And now we head towards where our bomb is that needs to be planted. And so rushing forward here, you can see we're trying to protect this guy who's currently planting the bomb. Eventually he is able to plant it, but our guy is dead. And so we're now left to just one lone soldier in our squad. With only 21 reinforcements remaining, we chuck some shots in with our rifle. We chuck a Molotov in next to the bomb to make sure that it doesn't get diffused, which it currently is, but one of our teammates is able to destroy the person on there. There's only 8 people left for reinforcements. We're trying to get inside now because there's too many bombardments for me. A bit janky trying to get in, but eventually we do get ourselves in. Just get close to the bomb just in case there was someone else on it, which I couldn't tell if there was or wasn't. End up firing a few shots off, but we're dead. But it doesn't matter because the bomb is going to tick and explode, and at the death of it, the Japanese win. A Banzai victory, and wow, that was a close one. That was, like I said, one of the closest games I think I've ever had in Enlisted. And yeah, we get quite a few little trophies as well. We get a lot of levels as well for my squad. Only 6th on the team, not my best game, but like I said, it was one of the most entertaining that I've ever had because of how close it was to defeat. Both at the second sector and the last sector, I thought we weren't going to be able to do it, but eventually we did. And you can see all of the little battle trophies that we were given for the kills and the captures that we got. And yeah, quite a few extra little research points as well. But you can see here it is from the offboard then. And yeah, trying to just kill a few dudes in case they were going onto the bomb. End up being killed ourselves, but it doesn't matter because the bomb explodes and the game is won. And you can see our teammates reveling in the success by firing up into the air. And yeah, you can see that the battle rating for that match was tier 2, just about. I only just got into tier 2 a few research points ago. Yeah, so you can see quite a lot of work to do in this game before I get to the top. But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to go ahead and hit the like button, comment, and if you enjoyed below, subscribe if you enjoyed my content. Give me some constructive criticism as well down below. Let me know if you want to see some more Enlisted videos, because I wouldn't mind making some more of them, to be fair. And if you do, then yeah, let me know. But till then, this has been Chief Dog 74, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.